What's up, guys? This is Curry, and today I'm going to do another quick talk. This time it's about guilds. Now, this is mostly a MMO sort of thing, so keep that in mind, since there's not a lot of guilds out there that aren't pertaining to MMO. Like, back in the day we had clans in Halo 2 where they built the clan system into the game, which was awesome. But now that I play mostly MMOs, and specifically SOTOR, which my last video where I recorded one of these was about the new Star Wars expansion, I want to talk a little bit about guilds, because guilds can be a very polarizing thing, especially in Star Wars, where it is a very story-driven MMO. So, not most, but a lot of people may not see a guild as something very important, so I want to talk about being in a guild. First of all, if you're just a story player that you just want to see the story and bam, you're done, you probably don't need a guild. The only thing that you would need a guild for really is like the experience boost, which there are guilds that basically are just, here's the experience boost, congratulations, and they don't do anything else. But then there's people who aren't there just for the story and want to do more stuff like in-game content, like raiding, like flashpoints, war zones, all that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna say that guilds are quite important if you want to continue playing an MMO for an extended period of time. I'm also a guild leader currently when recording this, before my raid team and I are looking for a new guild to support us so that we can find new resources and such. But I think being in a guild, if you want to play an MMO long term, is pretty important, because when doing group content, which is basically the end game of MMOs, once you finish the story, what else is there to do other than like dailies, which are boring as shit alone, and in general. So if you want to play the games in a long-term fashion, in this case for Star Wars, to like do operations, being in a guild is so important, I think, because you have the consistent people you can rely on to always be there and like always be consistent and reliable, versus having to constantly plug into different runs, different times, all this stuff where it may not be the best situation, and you don't, it's a crapshoot. You never know what you're gonna get. So if you want to do stuff like operations, I definitely recommend finding a guild, especially. But if you're more of a Warzone guy, and PvP, you may not need one, because you can just queue solo ranked, solo regs, and stuff like that, and then still have a good time. But for me, like, if I want to do any sort of in-game thing where it's more than one person, I always go to my guild first, because I know I like those. But more than all this group content stuff, all that, I think guilds are most important, because it helps you make long-term friends. Like, I don't know whether you're watching this as a one-off video, then you've never seen anything from me before, or if this is like your millionth time returning to my videos and seeing it for the first time. I think guilds are most important, not to do group content, not any of that, but to make friends that you can continue to play the game with, or even just chat to while you're playing the game. You don't necessarily have to do things with them, but you can be around them and stuff. Like, for instance, I joined a guild called It's Not a Trap in 2013, or might have been late 2012 actually. Anyway, we have been a core group of that guild, and I have been friends since then. And even after we played Star Wars, we still talked on a daily basis. We hung out in Discord, and it was such a great time, and I love those guys to death. You've probably heard me mention them again if you have watched any of my previous content or seen any of our articles. I've probably mentioned Gist and Sarah and Kirill and Noli and all those guys. Those guys were from It's Not a Trap, and they have been with me through my Star Wars career not the entire time since I started playing in late beta, but ever since I joined It's Not a Trap, which is the guild that I've been in now for, going on 7 years, 6, 7 years, something like that. Now we didn't play Star Wars the entire time, and we just recently came back about a month-ish ago. I've been playing for about 2 or 3 months personally, but the rest of the game came back because of Onslaught, and slightly before Onslaught, because I was asking people to raid again. So they came back, but the point is, we've been playing together and hanging out. Even when we weren't playing Star Wars, we played other games like Overwatch. We played a lot together, and other games, Star Wars Battlefront 2. We played more than just Star Wars together, and the only reason we did that is because we were in a guild, and we developed this friendship and relationship that has lasted through one game. And I think that's what's important, that even when you may not be playing Star Wars, The Old Republic, or any MMO in general, like this is obviously a little bit directed towards Star Wars since that's what my content is mostly about right now, but any game where there's a clan system or whatever, it's so important, I think, to make the friends and to find the guild that really suits you. And there's millions, not millions, but there's hundreds and thousands of guilds out there that go all types of skill level, all types of like casual, hardcore. If you want to be the best of the best, there's guilds for that. If you want to just be a casual guy who just hangs out and, maybe every once in a while does something, there's guilds for that. There's a guild for everybody, and I seriously recommend, if you want to continue playing an MMO for more than 20 minutes or more than just the story, that you find a guild. Again, this isn't something that is necessary. There is ways to play it without it, but I just don't think it's the same experience or the same amount of fun that you would have if you were playing with other people on a consistent basis. So thank you guys for watching. I know this has been a bit longer than my Onslaught video, but this is just something I was pretty passionate about, and I wanted to share with everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will be doing, like I said in the Onslaught video, I will be doing more of these kinds of videos in the future, so please look forward to those, because I'm really excited, and I really am happy that I got to start doing these again. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.